Alright, we're going to do a history of the 3040 Krag rifle cartridge. Now, we're only covering the cartridge itself, not the rifle, none of the politics that surround it, just the cartridge. So, we're going to start not in France in 1886 with the Small Bore Revolution. We're going to start in 1892 when the U.S. Army first adopts the 3040 Krag, replacing the 4570 as its standard service rifle cartridge. Okay, that's all we're covering. So, 3040 Krag is extremely flat shooting when compared to the 4570. Now, that effectively doubles the range of the infantry rifle at the time. That sounds absolutely great. However, the 3040 Krag is severely underpowered when compared to its rival military cartridges, like the 8mm Lebel or the 8mm Mauser or the 8x58R Danish, which itself was a Krag design too. So this didn't become apparent until the Spanish-American War. The Spanish, of course, was fielding 7mm Mausers against the 3040 Krag, and it became very clear that the Spanish rifle was much more effective than what the Americans had. So in 1899, John T. Thompson, he was the newly appointed chief of the Small Arms Division of the Army Ordnance Department, started working to bring the 3040 Krag up to its rivals. So he increased the charge, bringing the muzzle velocity up to 2,200 feet per second. Now, that's only a 10% increase of the normal ball ammo. And the rifles started failing. The locking lugs started cracking. They just couldn't handle it. So they reduced the load back to the normal ball ammo and started working from the ground up on a new platform. So by 1901, they had the 30-01 cartridge, and it wasn't that much better than the Krag. So they kept working on it, and in 1903 they formally adopted the 30-03 cartridge, and that consigned the 3040 Krag to history books. Now, that really covers pretty much all the history of the Krag cartridge. You know, there's a few things we could note. The ball load was 40 grains of cordite. It pushed a 220 grain jacketed round nose bullet to 2,000 feet per second. It had an overall length of 3.15 inches and a case capacity of 3.75 milliliters. I mean, it had an 11-year service life. Now, that's actually not the shortest service life that a U.S. military cartridge has had. That, of course, belonging to the 30-03. Right, the 30-06 is just a rebranding of the 30-03. You could argue that the cartridge that had the shortest service life belonged to the 6mm Lee Navy. If there's any cartridges you'd like me to cover in the future, go ahead and leave me a comment below. And thanks for watching.